very good morning, dear students. In the previous class we studied animals or the wonderful creatures on earth. Why they are wonderful creatures on earth, they are the best friends of humans. But we humans sometimes never show our humanity towards animals. We have to consider both animals and plants as our best friends, because they always give comfort to us, they always entertain us. We have many uses of animals and plants. The current problem, and the most importantly, is killing of animals and cutting down the trees. We are not supposed to kill the animals and cut down the trees for our own benefits. Okay, there are many uses of things, but still we need to control our desires over the things. Okay, we are unable to control our desires, we are unable to have proper control over our behavior. See how the animals behave with humans. It's evidently written by Walt Whitman. He belongs to 18th century, as we have studied, and also he was an American poet, and he was much bothered about animals. He was really fed up with the humankind, the merciless way of living humans on earth was seen by Whitman, Walt Whitman, and he says that he just wanted to turn and live with animals. Until then he lived with humans, now he just wanted to live with animals because of their noble virtues. There are certain noble virtues with animals. They live noble life. Okay, they never bother about anything. Okay, they never have a great desire for something. They always wanted to give pleasure to humans. Okay, but we humans are not being sympathetic towards animals. Okay, let's go through the lesson. Let's go through this poem number 7. First stanza we have already seen, and Walt Whitman was known for his free versed way of writing poems. Okay, his style of writing poems is free verse. He never follow any rhyme and rhythm, and he never add the rhythmic style to his poetry. Okay, this poetry, the way he writes is very simple. He uses the language very simple, and it can be understood by any common man. Okay, any common man, when he opens a poetry of Walt Whitman, he can easily understand it. Let's read out the second stanza, but what I would like to remind you the first stanza which we have completed. I think, who thinks here? Walt Whitman think that I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid, very calm and quiet and cool they are, and self-contained means self-satisfied. Okay, they are very courteous in their behavior. Self-contained means being very courteous in their behavior, and also self-satisfied. I stand and look at them long and long. I stand in the sense, not literally standing. He started observing these creatures right from the beginning. Long. I stand and look at them long and long. For a long time, I just observed them. I closely studied them, and finally I have come to the conclusion that they do not sweat. They do not work hard like you and me. We people must work hard, otherwise our living will become very dangerous, or our living will become very problematic. Unless you work, you cannot get success. Unless you seriously work hard, you cannot live, you cannot survive. And whine about their condition. They never complain about their condition. See, whenever we are not having proper comfort, we always started giving complaints. We launch complaints, and we always feel distressed about the living or the living conditions. Here, animals, they never sweat and they never whine about their condition. They never complain about their condition. They never do hard work. Whatever it is available on their day, they just eat and they live. They roam so freely. They never be bounded by somebody. Okay, so that's why certain animals we cannot rear. They just wanted to live out. Okay, they just wanted to have their own freedom. They don't just like to be controlled by somebody. Masters, okay, the pet owners, they control, they love their pets, they also control them. They never give them the freedom that they really like to have. Okay, because we have a great responsibility towards our pet animals. Okay, whoever got those animals as pet, they have to take utmost care of those pets. No, they're not supposed to leave them out. And they do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not lie awake. There is no such condition that they always must lie awake. They do not lie awake means they take rest. They take rest, they run, they leap, they jump, they do whatever they like. Okay, so they never lie awake in the dark. Whenever it gets dark, they do not lie awake. Okay, they do not lie awake in the dark. Okay, they sleep during the dark. See, even dark, whenever it is night, during nights also we work, but animals, they do not do like that. Okay, they do not lie awake in the dark. They do not lie awake, but we lie awake. They sleep and weep for their sins. We commit some sins and we cry and weep for them, but animals never weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. They do not make me sick. Sometimes we get sick. So whenever our children are not doing puja or if they are not praying to God, okay, parents always nag them. You have to go to puja mandir or the place wherever you adore God or worship God, and you have to pray and come. We always nag the children to pray and ask God whatever we wish for. But animals, they do not do like that. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. They have no duty to God. It means they need not to worship God. They are free. Here what you can understand is they are so free. They shouldn't be bounded by somebody. Okay. They are not to be, okay, enclosed in enclosures. Okay. We keep them in big enclosures. Some animals are kept in enclosures. Okay, we need not to be enclosed them, or we need not to be, okay, give them any, that means we are not giving them the enough liberty. We never give them enough liberty, so they never roam around. Especially I am talking about the pet animals and the animals which we take utmost care. Okay, and here they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. We means humans have their duty to God, but animals, they don't have. Not one is dissatisfied. No animal is dissatisfied. They get satisfied with whatever we provide them. We are the good providers, we always think. We give them the food and drink whenever they require. Okay, but they never express their dissatisfaction to us. Whatever we give them, they drink. Whatever we supply or whatever we provide them, they eat. They never trouble us. They never express their dissatisfaction to humans. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Humans, they always wanted to buy something. Okay, we always run after the things which we already got, but new things we just wanted to possess. But here animals, they don't like to possess anything new. They don't have the mania. What does it mean by mania? Excessive enthusiasm. Humans have excessive enthusiasm. Whatever the things that we have, still we wanted to buy more and more. But animals never go to shops. They never buy anything. They won't bother about anything. Demented means getting mad or insane. Okay? Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented. They are not crazy about things. But we humans are crazy about things. We just wanted to possess things. Okay, whenever we see something good or the most trendy article in the market or in the shop, we just wanted to buy and we wanted to have them. But animals, they don't. the mania. They don't have the mania of owning things. Okay, not one kneels to another. We humans sometimes beg and lick the palms of somebody in order to raise to some high position, isn't it? When you are in low cadre, okay, slowly you'll be growing, but we will not wait for growing. Okay, suddenly we wanted to grow from this position to that position. In order to raise to that position or to that high cadre of jobs, what do? We soap the people, we oil the people. Okay, what do? Oiling and soaping we know very well, isn't it? But animals, they do not do that. Okay, we kneel down in front of somebody and we beg for the things, but animals never beg the things. Okay, have you understood? Not one kneels to another. No creature, no animal goes to another animal and beg for the things. Okay, we always listen in the stories, we always read some stories from storybooks that lion is the king of the jungle, but no animal goes to lion and beg for something. Have you heard any such stories in your life? No. Sometimes we might have heard that lion has called or it summoned a meeting for all the animals, and all the animals were sitting little down of the lion, because lion is the king of the jungle. In order to show that kingly just of lion, the lion is always sitting or standing on the big rock, and the other animals were sitting below the lion's position. That's all. But we never heard or we haven't seen any animal is begging another animal, or any animal is kneeling down in front of any huge animal, or unhappy over the whole earth. Okay, sorry. Not one kneels to another, nor his kind that lived some thousands of years ago. Maybe the same species of animal will not go to another smaller animal. Suppose the lion, suppose to take lion, the small little, okay, baby lion never go to the big lion and ask for something or beg from him or her something. So all are considered, all the animal species are considered one. They have that uniformity, they have that sociability, they all can move together. Okay, but each species is moving in its own herd. Okay, they never leave their herd and go and join with some other species of the animal, but they never kneel down in front of any animal. It might be other species of animal, or maybe from the same species of animal. They never kneel down in front of any huge animal. No smaller animal or no small animal will go to a big animal and ask for something. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Respectable, respected, respectable, respectful. Please check the meanings of respected madam. Means she is in the position to be respected. Respectable means able to be respected. They are deserved to be respected. Respectful means having that position of getting the respect, having the position of getting the respect, or accepting or receiving the respect from others. Please check these words in dictionary. Please look up the dictionary and find out the meanings of respected, respectful, respectable. When it comes to able, no? Respectable means able to be respected. They are enough, or they are be able to be respected. Have you understood, children? Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. They never expect from somebody that they should be respected. But we humans always expect from people that somebody should call and give us the respect. If we are not honored properly, if we were not being received by the people, whoever the hosting, okay, the host can be always greeting or inviting the guests. Suppose if the host is not giving that comfort, okay, we feel that, okay, hereafter I am not gonna attend any functions that will be held at their home. will come to one decision. But here animals never expect from anybody that they should be respected. They're not expecting any kind of respect, or they are not unhappy. They're always happy. Or over the whole earth, in the whole earth, not only this nation, nationwide, whole wide, if you study animals, not only your animals in your own nation or country, in other nations also, no animal is having these kind of features or this kind of qualities. Okay, animals everywhere are loved. Animals in the world are loved. Animals in the world are really taken as the most faithful ones because they have got the nobility. They are known for their noble features or noble virtues. They have all the noble virtues. These are all the qualities. They never get a feeling that they are unhappy. They are always happy. They are always satisfied. They are always expecting that, okay, whatever the life we are leading is good. It's okay for us. This is worth living. They always consider themselves as worth living creatures. But we humans, even if you have got into a poor family, middle class family, or maybe in a royal family or a noble family or whichever family, you always having some dissatisfaction within you. But animals, they never. Okay, I think you have understood till now. So they show their relations to me. That's the reason. There is a point in receiving or accepting their relationship with me. What is the evidence that the Walt Whitman is showing that he wanted to continue his relationship with animals, because of these noble virtues. And I accept them. Who accepts all these noble virtues? Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was such a noble personality. Okay, he was really fed up with humankind. He was really fed up with humans. He just wanted to continue his relationship with animals. They bring me tokens of myself. What did they bring? They bring the tokens of myself. They evince. What does it mean by evince? Means display. Tokens in the sense, tokens of myself. What does it mean by tokens here? Tokens in the sense, the good qualities. Here tokens in the sense, the good qualities. They bring me tokens of myself. Sometimes showing their noble virtues, they are making me understand. They are teaching me certain lessons of life so that I can rectify all my problems. As a human, they are making me, they are enlightening me with their own qualities of this nobility. So now I can make myself up by those tokens. They evince means they display or clearly reveal those and them plainly in their position. Them plainly in that. What is that position? Position is nothing but the tokens that they have, the good features that they have. I wonder where they get those tokens. I always have a great surprise and I got amazed. I couldn't even understand from where they get those noble virtues. Tokens is nothing but here the noble virtues or the good favorable qualities of them. Did I pass that way huge times ago? Many a times I have passed through that animals, negligently dropped them. What did I do? I negligently dropped them. Whatever the good qualities actually I can possess, I simply negligently dropped them. I never achieved or I never picked any good tokens from these animals. It doesn't mean that I hadn't gone through them. I have seen these animals many a times and I have observed them, but what I didn't do is I couldn't pick them up. Through this poem we understand that how the humans need to separate themselves. Okay, here Walt Whitman was completely vexed with the humans because humans never shown any kind of humanity to him, but he has got all these feelings. Okay, they are not humans, but animals have shown their noble features to him and given comfort to him. So now he decided to turn and live with animals. Let's continue. This poem is already completed. What you have to do is you need to read the poem carefully and pick out all the hard words. And anyhow, I'm gonna take one pic of this board and I'll send you. And if you can, please open up your dictionaries and find out the other meanings of the words and read this poem. And not just to read this poem, please register this poem within your minds so that you never forget, because having sympathy, humanity are very important. These are the main characteristic features that every human must have. Read the poem and do the given homework. Bye children. Thank you.